What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to start off today's video by giving you an update on the goldfish. So as you can see, the goldfish got pretty big, and the reason why they're growing so fast is because they're continuously eating, and they're not just eating pellets, they're also eating the duckweed up top. For these two goldfish alone, they can devour all the duckweed that's up top right here in about a week. Every week I'll fill up this aquarium with duckweed so they have something to snack on while I'm gone, and pretty much they're able to eat all the time. As you can see, the goldfish just nibble on it every once in a while, but they can pretty much clear up this whole thing in a week. And that provides a good food source for them. They can graze all day, and I don't have to worry about them being hungry. Side note, check out the wen on my veranda. It's growing nicely, it's growing uniform, and it's looking really good. As the wen is growing really nice now, as it's young, I can't wait to see what it'll look like when it fully matures. Along with the goldfish in this tank, you might notice that there's a handful of tank mates that I've got for these two. In this tank, I have all of the guppies that's been breeding in my breeding project. I completely shut that project down and moved all of the guppies in this aquarium. The reason why this works is these fancy goldfish live in temperatures between 76 to 77 degrees, and that's exactly the same temperature that I had these guppies in. The tolerance for heat for these goldfish is way different than the slender body goldfish like comets and shibukins. These goldfish actually require a more warmer water. Although these are cold water, they don't really fare too well in super cold temperatures. As for right now, the goldfish are doing great. Their fins are looking good, the fish is healthy, and they have a great appetite. Initially, when I put the guppies in there, I was thinking about the baby guppies and how the goldfish might try to eat them. There was a little bit of chasing going on, everything was good. But the goldfish are kind of fat, so they would rather eat whatever pellets I throw in or whatever duckweed's up top. Let me go ahead and take you guys outside and give you an update on the predators. So, there's something that I've always wanted to change for my tank, but I haven't executed it until right now, and that is the lights. So for this tank, I mostly use DIY lighting, which just consists of 12-volt LEDs that come in the strips that you can buy on Amazon. And for this application, all I did was I made sure that the amperage was correct and it had enough juice to power the DIY LEDs. But what I've used in the past was I've only used one strip of white, which kind of gives it a bland look. It didn't really reflect colors on the fish as well as my store-bought one. So what I did was I went ahead and I emulated the look of the store-bought one by adding some blues and some reds, and hopefully this change or modification to my lighting system will bring out the colors of my fish. Although the fish that's in my aquarium right now don't have too much color, like the Enleys or the laps, being that the laps kind of give off a green look, my ode should look a lot better with the new lighting. When I had the store-bought light for this aquarium, that's when I had the Giardini in this tank. So that helped me bring out a lot of color that came out of that arowana. So I'm hoping to bring out the colors of my ode with that same technique. And since this tank is significantly bigger than my old tank, finding a 60-inch light for this aquarium might be kind of expensive. So what I did was I just went ahead and added some LEDs to the existing DIY light, pretty much just adding more blues and more reds. So hopefully this brings up a different hue for this tank, and hopefully it'll look nice. So for the lighting portion of this video, we're gonna wait until it gets a little darker so it's a lot easier for you guys to see the tank without any distractions or glare. So I'm gonna cut this video now and come back when it's dark. So just to give you an example of how the aquarium looked before the modification, on the left is how the tank looked with just the pure white lights. This was before adding the blues and reds, and as you can see, the fish look kind of bland. It doesn't really bring out the colors of the fish, and it actually gives the tank a warm type of feel to it. So this is what the tank looks like now with the blue and red LEDs added into my DIY lighting system. It gives the aquarium a different type of look. It's not as warm and it's more cool. It has the full spectrum type of look to it, but the only colors that I'm missing for this lighting system is purple. I see a lot of full spectrum lighting systems with purple in it, so blue, red, purple, and white. So as for right now, I only have blue, red, and white. I might add a strip of purple to my DIY lighting system if my power supply supports it. Currently my power supply is supporting whatever I have on right now, and I don't really see any issues, nothing overheating or whatnot. So I'm gonna keep it like this for now, and when I have a chance to pick up some purple lights, I'll go in and add it in there. So as you can see, the new lighting system gives the tank a better look. I definitely enjoy the cooler look better than the warmer look. And this is exactly how my tank was when I had my Giardini in this tank. So I'm glad this modification went well, and this is the reason why I enjoy using DIY lighting systems, just because I can add whatever lights I want. If I wanted to add all yellow LEDs, then I could do that. This is why I like doing DIY stuff, because you can definitely customize it to your needs, and at the same time you're saving a lot of money. Because my DIY lighting system for this tank is only a fraction of the cost of a real lighting system that you buy on Amazon. And if you want a really good lighting system, it's going to be way more than the cheap ones on Amazon. So I definitely didn't want to take the risk of buying a cheaper brand on Amazon and having the risk of it flickering or going out, when I can just modify the current one that I have, and if anything goes bad, I'll just switch out the LEDs. So yeah, that's the lighting project that I added to this tank, and there's definitely more modifications to this. I was thinking about upgrading the power supply if it doesn't support any more LEDs, and if I add more LEDs to this enclosure, I was thinking about adding some computer fans to cool the LEDs down. But I currently don't need that right now, as the amount of LEDs I have in here are perfectly fine for the amount of amperage in my power supply. So yeah, that's the lighting upgrade that I did for my tank. But before I end this video, I wanted to show you guys my new Predator that's actually in this little container right here. It's not a fish, it's not an amphibian, it's not a reptile, but it's a bug. I've never kept predatory bugs before, caught it from outside, and have it in this container now. And the reason why I want to keep one of these is because I've heard how easy they are to take care of and how rewarding they are as pets. So let's go ahead and zoom in. It might be a little difficult to see from this angle, but in this jar or container, there's a praying mantis in there. I've always heard of people catching praying mantises in the area and had the opportunity to get one, so went ahead and put one in this little container. I was thinking about getting him a bigger container, roughly about 2 to 3 times bigger than the one that he's in right now. But I haven't found a big enough container yet, so for right now he's just chilling in here. And it'll be a lot easier for him to find food in this smaller container. So I'm gonna try and feed him some bugs that I found outside. But if not, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Petco and get some crickets or something. Hopefully it'll be able to hunt it down. Let me go ahead and zoom in and show you guys what it looks like. You can kind of see its legs in this frame, but that's all it really does. It just kind of hangs out towards the top. I'm gonna go ahead and try and catch it a bug so we can watch it eat. There you go, you can kind of see the head. But yeah, never really had the intentions of keeping any kind of predatory bugs, because when I think of predatory bugs, I think of big ass tarantulas, and I'm cool off that. Also, for this aquarium in the garage, I was thinking about making a aquaponics system for it with the old guppy breeding project that I had. Since it's here right now, I can definitely start doing the aquaponics for it and hopefully reduce the nitrates for this predator tank. And since there's going to be so many plants in that aquaponics system, I can pretty much just throw this praying mantis in there and it'll solve my bug problem that I had with the pothos. If you remember, I had a whole bunch of pothos growing on my windowsill that collected all kinds of bugs, and I don't know what the hell killed them, but there's all kinds of bodies and whatnot. And with this praying mantis here, I wouldn't have that issue because the praying mantis just eat all the bugs that show up there. So I'm glad this guy showed up out of nowhere, and hopefully I'll be able to put him to good use for my predator tank. Oh my god, I missed it. He's eating it. Alright, so I switched to my macro lens and I totally missed the strike, but he striked it and he's eating it now. Oh, I can't even see it. Oh, he's eating it, dude. Yeah, right when I switched to the macro lens, I missed it. He did some striking and striked the fly and destroyed it, and now he's just eating it. Let me put this on a monopod, man. Man. Yeah, I switched lenses, and all of a sudden it went to go get it. That was crazy! So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the goldfish and the guppy breeding project and how everyone was migrated to the 40-gallon. I wanted to give you guys an update on the new aquarium lighting that I have for my freshwater predators in the garage. And last but not least, I wanted to give you guys an introduction to my new predator that's not a fish. So I'm glad we got to see it eat today. I was pretty excited. I've never seen it eat before, so it was pretty gnarly. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And peace, guys.